Hey, Frank. How you doing, brother?
So I watched The Punisher. And what I'm not going to do is act like Marvel hasn't been moving different. Marvel has been moving different these past couple of movies and TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Leave Ironheart alone. I'm not going to diss Ironheart. We know what it was. We know why it was the way it was. You know, I'm not going to bring that back up because a lot of people was mad at me about that. But Marvel has been moving different these last couple of iterations with Daredevil. You know, you had ever since Deadpool and Wolverine, I want to say Marvel learned their lesson. Anything that came after that was produced before that came out, that's going to have the old way Marvel had been doing stuff after Endgame. This right here, the stuff we've been getting lately, Marvel learned their lesson. When I was watching The Punisher, I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, you know, this is not only what I sign up for, but this is, once again, Marvel not being afraid to be true to who these characters are. We know what the Punisher is. He is a traumatized, scarred soul. He is a man fighting demons and people, literally, but a man that is truly fighting a conflicted man. That's the reason we like some of these characters. You know what I'm saying? That I'm that type of person. I'm a person that knows trauma. I know conflict. I know pain. So I tend to identify with characters like that. If you watch any of my videos, you know I've always said that Superman has never been my favorite character. Never. I appreciate how powerful he is and how good some of the stuff is, but Batman has always been the guy. It's always been Batman. It's always been guys like Wolverine, like Black Panther, like the Punisher. It's always been guys that are conflicted. You know what I'm saying? That are convicted. Those guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll even say Spider-Man to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's more of a, you know, kind of a goody two-shoes kind of guy. Not saying they not, but I feel like those other characters kind of do walk a gray line. Especially even if you do the way Black Panther was in the comics. You know, speaking on him specifically, because in the movies, it's like they were afraid to give him that darker side, that edgy side where he would kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to make him that guy. Like, even though Batman don't kill, I love Batman. I love Batman because he's very conflicted. He's very convicted, and he's going to be smashed. And I told you, I watch superheroes to see people get their ass beat. Daredevil, specifically, because he whoops ass. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, when I was watching The Punisher, I was like, okay, this like a mixture of The Raid, or if y'all ever seen the Raid movies, or Judge Dredd, because, you know, spoilers ahead. You know, spoilers ahead. If you don't know by now. But anyway, he coming out of the projects fighting. You know what I'm saying? He's in the projects in New York fighting the whole entire projects. I don't know if they was in Marcy, but where was Jay-Z and them people at? No, I'm playing. I'm joking. That was corny. But anyway, yes, like he Punisher might have killed more people or shot more people in this special than I want to say anybody been killed in all the Marvel movies combined. That's what it felt like. Punisher might have shot more people in this one movie than all the Marvel movies could, than any Captain America movie. You know what I'm saying? Than any Winter Soldier movie. He might have killed more people than... It's like Thanos and then Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Thanos, then Punisher. But anyway, that's what we come to see the Punisher for. We come to see him for carnage, for chaos. You know, he's a military special ops man, and his only skill set is that he's great with guns and hand-to-hand combat and you know, just scheming out combat play. He's great at that. That's what he does. And he's messed up in the head because his family was murdered. You know what I'm saying? This is a man that he really don't want to be alive. His only reason to be alive is to exact justice on the type of people that took out his family. That's the only reason why he's alive. And I'm happy that Marvel was able to get to the point where they could just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, make a movie that was true to who he is. Because before, you know, Disney was afraid. They didn't know if they could do a R-rated MA type of TV show or a movie before they did Deadpool and Wolverine, because Disney had never done that. They had never done that. And then they saw how successful that movie was. And they was like, you know what? We kind of can do this. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I was watching the Daredevil series, and I'm seeing, you know, they have the future, what's the name, basically telling old girl, like, why did you kill your brother? Was it because he raped you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, Muse? Oh, okay, Muse, we doing that. We're saying that on a Disney show? They had Jessica Jones knocking back the alcohol before she went and whooped out. I'm like, we doing that? The old Disney wouldn't have did that. They would have been scared to air something like that. On this one, we see Frank Castle and her doing chin-ups, ranking them. He pulling them, he ripping them out. He stopped, take him a swig of some drink and throw up. The old Disney wouldn't have did that. They wouldn't have did that. They wouldn't have did that. You know, so like I said, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that as a man that grew up on the darker side of the comics. You know, those were the first comics I read when the comics went really dark, like late 80s, early 90s. You got all the very dark storylines. Those are the characters or the versions of the characters that I fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like that version of the X-Men, that version of Batman, that version of all of them. I fell in love with that. So when I see these characters depicted on these shows and these movies, I think me and a lot of other people would rather see that. I know we have a segment of people who watch it just to hate whatever they see, that watch it just to say negative things about everything they see, and I can be very negative sometimes. If it's not what I want to see, or if it's not what I like, you know what? I can appreciate it if it's good. If they veer off from the characters' original storyline or certain things about it, as long as it's still good. But if it's bad and you do it, oh yeah, I'm finna talk bad about that show. I'm finna talk bad about that movie, especially you done messed up my character, and this sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, but with the Punisher, once again, like I said, it was action filled. It was action filled. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed some of the flashbacks. You know, for me, I'm go watch it. Go watch it. I can't wait to see Spider-Man. If things are gonna be, I won't say the Spider-Man movies haven't been bad at all. They haven't been bad at all, really. But if the way Marvel has ramped up with these last couple of shows and these last couple of movies, Spider-Man might be the best thing we done seen up until we get Doomsday. Spider-Man might blow out Infinity War and Endgame. Spider-Man just might do that. It just might do that. The Punisher's in there. Jean Grey supposedly is in there. The Hulk is supposedly in there. Spider-Man turns into a real Spider. Spider-Man might blow Infinity War and Endgame out the water. Just be prepared, because Marvel in their bag. They in their bag right now. They in their bag right now. Disney in their bag right now. Meanwhile, DC about to get sold again. I don't want to down DC because I can't wait to see Batman 2 or whatever they're going to do with Batman. I can't wait to see what they do with their version of Batman. But DC's about to get sold again. Again. Let me quit playing, man. Junior.